Hi guys, thank you for being with me once again. My name is Richard. I'm a student of Walsh University of Canton, Ohio. I'm a motivator, a YouTuber, a content creator, and the CEO for Richard Educational Consult. Thank you for being part of Richard Educational family. I do appreciate it. And please, let's share the videos to our friends, our families, our loved ones, and anyone who wants to study abroad. On today's video, I am with a special person who is happening to be an international student of Walsh University. And on today's video, she is going to share her experience on how the application process started and how her interview went about and how she was able to arrive in the United States and also becomes a student at Walsh University. So, hi.
Hello.
My name is Richard, and as you know, I'm an international student of Walsh University. I'm also the CEO for Richard Educational Consult. And on my channel, as you know, I've been doing a lot of videos about study abroad, the immigration, visa process, how to apply for schools in the United States and other countries. And a lot of students on my channel, have been asking me a lot of questions about how, especially Walsh University, how the application process is and how most of them are confused about how to go about with the application process, with the visa interview and the whole process. So today I'm with you and we are going to discuss about your experience and how you were able to make it through the United States.
My name is Bianca, and I lived in Accra when I was in Ghana.
Okay.
And I completed high school in Frontman Girls in 2020. And from there, I just had a desire that I wanted to further my studies outside the country.
Okay.
Not only because maybe I just wanted to, but I just looked into my future, looked at what I wanted to be in future and everything. I felt like I can't stay in Ghana.
Oh.
Yeah, so
you can't stay in Ghana.
No, it's the economy together with people graduating and not getting jobs and all that.
Yeah.
I just said that I needed to come here, and if I even want to go and stay in Ghana, I need to have a qualification, or my degree needs to speak better off than other people.
Yeah.
So
that's
why I came here.
So how did your whole process started or begin?
Well, it wasn't an easy one for me because I wasn't finding the right consultancy or anything, and it was more of like a dilemma at a point because I had admission to study in University of Ghana, and as at that time I didn't even know what to do, like how to apply for a school to come to the US or anything. But I wrote SAT too, but it wasn't of any benefit to me at a point when I got like the right consultancy, which was Study Abroad with Nick. Yes, so they applied to, I think, 10 schools for me, of which I had admission to, I think, about 8 or so. And Walsh happens to be part of it. So I didn't actually, let me say, I didn't specifically take Walsh and say that this is the school I want to come to. I applied to several schools, and then Walsh happened to be one of the schools that picked me. Yeah.
So so you got someone to apply to the 8 schools or the 10 schools for you, and you had an admission in 8 of the 10.
Yes.
So with admission process and application process, how was it about? Did you pay an application fee?
Okay, so with Study Abroad with Nick, what he actually does is that he takes what's it called? He takes an amount. So for me, he charged me $500. And so with the $500, all the application fees and everything is involved. So I wouldn't need to pay any application fee to the school directly.
So you paid $500 for the application
For the
fee and the
application,
first process.
everything.
But do you know one thing, one interesting thing is that in Richard Educational Consult, there is no application fee. We apply to the schools for free.
Wow.
You don't pay any money.
Wow.
It's just for free. You just, the only thing you do is to gather your document, just call me, submit your document, then right there I start with the application process. Then when you get admission, then we look the way forward.
Yeah,
so you paid
that's
$500.
very
Yeah, very,
beautiful.
because it's, we just want to help everyone who want to study abroad. We just want everybody to have a dream, or his or her dream to come true.
Yeah.
Because in Africa, most students really want to study in the United States.
Yes.
And finding the right path
It's very difficult.
Is very difficult.
Yeah. Yes. I even quite remember when I completed high school, right after I completed high school, there was this firm in Ajirigano, where it was a new firm and they were taking 30,000 CDs. That's, yes, I would have paid 30,000 CDs. I be with them for like 6 months. That would be my first time, like that's my first year in uni. Then after 6 months, we write an exam. Then after the exams, if you are first amongst everybody, they give you a 50% scholarship to study in the UK, because that's where I wanted to study, right? But 30,000 Ghana cedis, you are not even sure that what you are going to be first or whatever in the class.
Yeah.
Because if you are second, you are not going to get that 50% scholarship. And it is not easy paying school fees in pounds.
Yeah,
being in the UK is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
As well as being here in the
yeah,
US.
it's not a joke.
Yeah, so it's a very big, like, kind of like a very big, or let me say a very difficult time that people in Ghana have anytime they want to apply to schools and all that.
So aside choosing, okay, so after getting an admission to 8 schools, why did you specifically choose Walsh?
Okay, so I quite remember that I told you that I completed in 2020, and the whole of 2021, that was when I was looking for like schools. I was going to write SAT, I was doing all these things and all that. So you could imagine the backlash from the family, from friends. People they are like, did you actually pass your exams and all that? But they don't actually know the goal. You get what I'm trying to say? So during that time, it was not an easy time for me at all, because I had to prove myself to my family, I had to prove myself to my friends, I had to prove myself to neighbors around that I knew what I was doing. You get it? So after after I had the admission in, I think, 2021 ending, like in November thereabouts. Yes. What was the question that you said?
Oh, okay. So my question is, why did you choose?
Yes, why did I choose Wash? Good. So at the end of 2021, that was in November, I was becoming desperate, because I felt like everybody was in school and I needed to also go to school. So I was becoming desperate, and all the rest, I wasn't getting a date for my interview. So all the other schools that had given me admission, and I had paid my my deposit. All of them were saying that the only time they can make me come to school was in November. Sorry, September. That's the fall. And I didn't want to go to school in fall. But Wash has two intakes. That's the spring intake 1 and then spring intake 2. So if you don't get the first section, yes, you can still rely on the second one. And so I gladly picked the second one, because I couldn't afford to stay for like a whole year again and then now start my school.
So after getting an admission, choosing Wash as your school of your choice, how did your visa interview and everything went about?
My visa interview was another form of like hectic, whatever I'll call it. It was very, very difficult getting a date, because I had my admissions, everything by September. I had admissions and everything, and then I had to wait till January ending. That was when I was able to secure a date for my visa interview. So it wasn't a joke for me at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some of the questions? How did you prepare for your interview? Because a lot of people have been asking me questions.
Sometimes they feel like because you want the visa like dyingly, you are trying to do something to like entice them for them to what accept you. You get what I'm trying to say? So I would say that even if you don't want to greet them or anything, just there are certain things that you can say by being polite, or like your gestures or how you stand and everything will show how serious you are. I would say that one thing that really really works is the eye contact. Don't take your eyes off them. Let them know, because anytime you are telling like you're saying something which is very truthful, you have an eye contact with the person, because you're not lying, you are saying the truth, and that's what they believe in. It's all about like psychology. Those people are psychologists, so you need to really have that eye contact, and you really need to like be focused. Let them know that you are serious about what you came, not like you fidgeting and having some gestures all around. All those things.
So with your interview, did you had it in Ghana? What time were you scheduled? What time did you get to the embassy? Because it was your first time going for an interview. How was your experience? How was your feeling?
Okay, so with my interview, before I even went for my interview, I was not feeling well at all. But I woke up very early. I couldn't sleep. It was like, you see, when you're a child and you are like those times when you were small and you are going for our day, like you see that way you can't sleep the night before. Yes, that's how it was.
Excited,
it was for me. I couldn't sleep the night before, and then I went. So I woke up very early. I went to the I even got there before it was time for me for my interview, and I'm a very late person. I don't go anywhere early. So for me to go there very early, that should tell you that it really meant a lot to me. So I got there, and then I had to be in the queue and everything. And because I was so nervous, people were fighting over being, oh, I was here first. I was like, if people like put me at the last place, I don't care.
You don't care.
I'm not ready to argue about anything, because like please definitely I would go for my interview.
Don't go and fight over.
To be honest, that's one thing I would say that don't ever do, because you don't know your fate, and then you are struggling to go. And most of the people that I saw, that they were all struggling to go, all of them, they were denied.
They were denied.
Funnily,
yes.
So I'll say that just be there. People will be like, oh, me, I was there first. I'll be like, oh, you can put me at the last point. I don't care. Yeah, so
okay.
they were struggling, everything. Anybody that comes, I was there first. I just give you your space to stand there. I didn't really care. Then we sat there for some time. We went into the room, and the first like kind of like feeling I had was, is this the interview? It's not even something so scary, but people make it look very scary.
It's not scary.
I was like, is this the interview? I'm going to get my visa. So I had my visa interview in Ghana, because I felt like I couldn't waste such money to go to Sierra Leone. Already I've been wasting a lot of money going to other places and all that. So I went to Ghana for my interview, and I believed and I prayed. So one thing I also say is, you should believe, you should pray to God. If you're supposed to get it, you will get it through your hard work, determination, being focused too as well. You will get it. Yeah.
And what are some of the questions that you encountered during your interview?
Okay, I was asked where have I been to the US before? And I answered with no. But no, because I've not had any reason to. If you just tell them no, it means that like you are saying no. You've not had any reason to. It means that if you had a reason to, you would go. And it's also trying to tell them that, okay, this is why you are going. Your reason to is what? Because you are going for school. So apart from that reason, you wouldn't have gone to the US. Exactly. Because they are actually saying that everybody that is there is a potential immigrant. You get it? And they are trying to clear the fact that you are trying to say that, no, I'm not a potential immigrant. I'm going to school, and when I'm done, I would return back to my country.
So that means coming back to your home country is very, very important.
Very, very important.
So with your answers, you have to prove that after your studies, you are going. Although even after school, going back to your home country, at that moment, you need to tell them that you need to prove that after your studies, You
are
have ties
coming.
to your home
Yeah,
country, and you are going back
exactly.
to.
That's the
Yeah.
main point of the interview.
That is why
That's the
you need to,
main thing.
sometimes.
You are proving yourself that you are not a potential immigrant and you have very strong home ties, so you
Yes.
would return
Yes.
back. So you need to
Yes.
just sound convincing.
So how was your feeling?
So with me, I really, really studied a lot. I really like did chew and pour a lot. Somebody will tell you that chew and pour isn't going to work for you, but it would depend on your demeanor and how you are answering the questions. So for instance, let's say that I ask you that why did you choose the US? And maybe you have scripted it already, you've already written it somewhere that you are going to the US. Maybe you wrote it that I'm going to the US to study to become a medical doctor. And you get there and then you are saying, I'm going to the US because I want to be that's trying to say that you're trying to remember something.
Something.
You get what I'm trying? It means you don't know. It's like you're asking me a simple question and
Yeah.
I'm struggling to remember. Definitely I would feel like, oh, is he saying the truth? Is it scripted? So you need to be very straightforward, make it look so real, as if like you're saying something from your mind and all that. Yeah.
And my last question is, my last question on the visa interview is, does dressing really matters
I
during the
don't
interview?
think dressing matters at all. You just need
Because
to look very presentable.
when I went for my interview,
Mm-hmm.
I saw some guys who were in a good suit, good, like they were really dressed, but they didn't get a visa.
Yes,
But
it doesn't
I
matter.
wasn't really dressed. I was in my African print shirt and with my old shoe. And one interesting thing is that I left my bank statement, my transcript, my service fee receipt. I left it home.
Wow.
Yeah. I was so disturbed. I didn't know what I was going to say. I was scared.
Yeah.
And people were giving a lot of false information about the US Ghana embassy, and but like
Yeah,
I
they
was
will
so much
tell you
confused.
the Ghana embassy, they deny a lot, don't go there. I'll just say that you need to be prepared, just be like confident. That's one thing too. You need to be very confident, prepared, and know what you're about, and
Yes.
you get it. It's not really about going
And
to another
don't
place or
forget
so.
to apply to Walsh University, as she was saying. It's
Yeah.
application free. You don't need to pay for any application. You don't need to pay $500 for an
Yeah.
application fee. Please, it's free. It's free. So if you are watching us and if you want to apply to Walsh University, you can contact me on richardeducationalconsult@gmail.com, and we are going to guide you through throughout the process. So please don't pay for any application fee. Don't pay for any application fee. It is very, very important. And with the visa interview, I quite remember when I was going for my interview, that was, in fact, I didn't take it easy because I left my service receipt, my transcript, my bank statement. Like I was like someone who is not serious.
Yeah.
I counted myself as like non-serious.
Mhm.
And on that day, I was number 17. I was there, yes, 17 in the queue. So the first 16 were denied.
Wow.
First 16, like they were dressed. Like there was this guy in the queue. He said, "Oh, this is his fifth time."
Wow.
I was like,
Yeah, there are
this
lots
is
of
my
people who have
Jesus. I don't know what I'm going to say. So when I went, he first asked me a question. I just greeted him. Like, he was like, what do you do? I said, well, I don't do anything. I'm not working. I'm just a Sunday school teacher at my church. And this job, it's not even a job because they don't pay me for it. But at the end of the month, they give me something small.
Yeah.
And I also do online studies. I study online and Microsoft and blah blah blah. He was like, have you traveled before? How many schools did you apply? Who will be paying for your? So he was only looking through his computer.
Yeah.
When you are filling the DS-160, make sure you take your time and
Go through.
you go through and you understand whatever thing you are doing. Don't be in a hurry, especially Ghanaians. A lot of Ghanaian students, anytime when it comes to study abroad, they are in a hurry, as if there is pressure on them.
Yeah.
Take your time. This
I
is a
always
gradual
say that
process.
one thing about traveling is not being like so in a hurry, so much in a hurry. You should be patient. If you are desperate,
Yes.
you would rush and then go to the interview and you'd like be denied and then you
Okay,
have to
so
come back. You
our
shouldn't be
next question.
desperate.
Let's move on to our next question. So,
Mm-hmm.
after getting your visa and buying your flight ticket, I think that was your first time being in a flight.
Mm-hmm.
How was your feeling?
It was great. It was great.
Before I already get scared before even. But someone called me from the US like the flight. You are going to cry for your first time.
Really?
Oh yeah, and my experience, I couldn't believe I was in the flight. Oh Jesus! And so, how was your feeling?
Oh,
How?
it was great. It was not anything scary to me. It was just that at first I didn't know that it was going to go that fast.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it was a bit, I was like, why is it going so fast? Then all of a sudden we were in the skies. I was like, oh, okay. Apart from that, I slept throughout. I woke up. What I just didn't like was the food.
So that is an interesting story. And please, if you are okay, so I want to ask this question. So, uh, is it important that when you are traveling to the United States as an international student, you need to bring a lot of stars? I can't remember one Ghanaian lady was traveling to the US. She came with earthly bowls. She wanted to come with mortar and pestle for fufu.
Okay,
She,
well, with me, not to cut it short, with me, my dad didn't want me to bring anything. But if I had the opportunity, I would have brought earthenware, whatever, because there is nothing here and it's so expensive here. It's very, very expensive. So maybe if I had the opportunity, I would have brought some
so
like
are you
the
gonna are you
person.
gonna
But
advise?
it's not necessary. It's not necessary
So are you
at
gonna
all.
advise them to
I'm
bring a
not
lot
going
of
to
stuff?
advise you to bring a lot of stuff
But I
like,
will advise them to bring
but
a lot of
it's
clothes.
but yeah, but it's expensive here.
Yeah,
So
very very
very
expensive.
expensive.
So
So if
you
you
you have
just
to
come,
buy a lot of clothes in Ghana. Sometimes some of you have a
yeah,
family members here and they will ask you, oh, don't bring anything, please. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Bring something, okay?
yeah,
Bring,
bring like clothes and
mhm,
all that.
yeah,
But then when you come to, there are people that maybe you meet, you can go thrifting and all that because, like you don't need, how do I say it? You don't really, as you just came, you don't need to now go and buy designers and all that.
yeah.
But then there are even some thrift stores that when you go, you can get designers to wear. You know, so anything to make the living affordable here is what you have to go for when you come.
Yeah.
You get it, yeah.
So how is your experience as an international student in
Oh,
the
it's
US?
great so far. So far, so good, but it's very stressful
Hmm.
because I feel like in Ghana, people, yeah, you're actually enjoying in Ghana. You never know
Hmm.
until you come here and you realize that it's very stressful living in like outside the country,
Yeah,
both in the
Strangeland.
UK, the whatever, because you have to make ends meet.
And
You
there is
get it
there is no family
exactly.
member here. There is
Exactly, especially
nobody.
if you are someone who is coming with that, like you don't have any family here or something. But even if you have family here, this place is more of like an independent place. Like
Yeah.
even with their own children, if you are 18 and above, you do things on your own. So
Yes.
how much more that your auntie that you're coming to rely on? You get it, yeah. So you just need to come with the mindset that you are about to be on your own. So if you are 19 and you are coming here, just know that you're about to start life at 19.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
when you put that in mind, you kind of be a bit like at ease. Yeah.
so are you proud to be a student of Wash?
Yeah,
Do you
I
love
am proud
Wash?
to be a student of Watch. I am very, very, very proud to be a
Hmm.
student of Watch because it's a very great school.
Yeah.
Before I came, my dad's company that he works with, the like the manager was wanted to sponsor my education. So he had to check the like the credibility of the school.
Hmm.
He had to check like where the school falls and everything because he has his children also outside the country in the UCLAs, the Harvards, and all that. So he had to check the credibility of the school and like where the school falls, maybe top five and everything. And it happens to be that in the whole
Midwest.
of
Yeah,
yeah in
Midwest. Yeah.
Ohio, Walsh is actually I think top five. I think around is it this vicinity or something like Walsh is actually a
Yeah,
very great and
it's a very good
is
school.
a
Yeah,
is
with
part
a
of
with
the
a
top
with a
schools here.
small class size, and we have very good teachers.
Yeah,
Very
very, very
friendly.
like
Very friendly.
very, very
Yeah.
good. And there are so many like I would with the educational system and everything, like Wash is great.
So what are the challenges that you've gone through since you came to the United States? So you came
Challenges,
in last year
challenges.
spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So what are
wouldn't
the
say I've
challenges?
faced challenges or something. I'll just say that it's all part of like coming to a new place
Mm-hmm.
and like you growing.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say they were challenges. They were like more of like things that were meant to be because you are
Yeah.
new at a place.
Yeah.
So you don't just get up from A and then get to Z.
Yes.
You first have to go through B. So like I would say that there are new experiences that I had to go through as like an international student being here. I thought that, oh, when I come, I'm just going to make friends like that. I thought that I'm just going to talk to people because I'm an international student, because I'm from a different place. People are just going to like me. I thought that because I thought that like things were going to be just on the floor for me because like I'm an international student, but it's not like that at all. Your language barrier, what like a whole lot of things like not being able to make friends easily as you thought because already they are coming, they already have their friends here, so you will not be able to make much friends as you think you can make. Yes, you will not also like the food, yes, which is a very big like kind of like barrier for you because like when you come you think that, oh, America pizza or something, but you realize that the foods they eat here, you've never even seen some before.
Oh yeah, yeah. I as you said, I really love Walsh University, and I will advise anyone or encourage anyone willing to study abroad to apply to Walsh University. Yes, and did you get a scholarship from Walsh?
Yes, I had. So, I think was it a 40% scholarship.
Yeah. Yes, and it's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Because yes, well, most schools in the in the United States don't really give scholarship to
this place is a private school.
Yes,
which makes it more like top notch, which makes it more like better as compared to the public schools. So if you want to go to a public school, you wouldn't get that what's it called, that 40% scholarship 40%, for undergraduates. Never ever. Don't let anybody, and even with undergraduates, you will never get 100% scholarship.
I always tell them you won't get a full scholarship.
No matter how best your grades are, no matter what, you never get 100% scholarship if you are for an undergraduate. But with masters, you can get like a full scholarship. Yeah. So with aside that too, if you want, let's say I was talking about the public schools. The public schools, the highest I think you can get is like a 10% thereabouts.
So please apply to Walsh University. We want you here. Come and join the Ghana or the African community here. If you are in Asia, we have Asians here. If you are from Australia, any part of the world, please apply to Walsh University. Just go to www.walshuniversity.edu. edu, then apply to it. It's free. We don't take application fee, and you get a scholarship. Yeah, as with my previous video, you can go back and watch it with Christy Campbell. She made mention of it that we have about 300 scholarship opportunities for both international students and domestic students. And even with the 40%, when you come in, you see, when you come in and you are academically good, there are some scholarship that you can also get. Because just last semester, I had a grant of $500.
Wow.
Yeah, for free. Yeah. So just apply to Walsh University. And Bianca, so do you have any advice for those in Africa, Asia, any part of the world watching us today and willing to apply to study in the United States or any country in the world?
So I would say that you should first know your purpose, because in this life, if you don't know your purpose and like you're just going about, like you'll just be someone who just be wondering about. So you first need to know your purpose. And how would you know your purpose? Through your maker who brought you here.
Yes.
So you first need to know God, know your purpose, and then now after you know your purpose, and if you want to come to the United States, wherever country you want to go to, you would now what apply for it and like just follow the dreams, follow your heart, follow what God is telling you, and that will make the dream a very easier one to achieve. So that's all I can say.
And to add up to what Bianca said, please beware of fraud. I always say this, that beware of fraud. A lot of people have been asking for money, for help. I don't know, some of you in your various groups will pretend or behave or act as someone who works in the US embassy or other embassies, like telling students that they should pay money for a visa. Or please beware. There is no, I don't think no worker or no consular or visa officer in the US embassy or other embassy will ask you for money. Because for them, they don't even know whether you get a visa or not. So if you go and you pay $1,000 for a visa, it is on your own risk. Because nobody, US embassy, they will never ask you for money for a visa. No, they don't work that way. They don't work that way. So please, please, and with the school's application, even if you don't want anybody to apply for you, or even you can even do it on yourself. Just go type in schools in the United States or schools. I'm going to do videos on it. Schools in the United States. You will see a lot of schools. Then you apply to them. You just follow the instructions. It's just that most people, most of us, we don't like reading. So mostly we always want to pay money to somebody to help us. You don't need somebody. You need yourself. So when you are applying to WASH and you are confused, you can just send us an email through richardeducationalconsult@gmail.com, and we're going to respond with any guidance that you need. We're going to guide you. And if you want to talk to the international student director, Christy Campbell, I can schedule a Zoom meeting with her, and you just ask your questions. She's a very friendly person. So please, and if you are preparing for your interview, please, as Bianca said, just prepare yourself, know your purpose, and just be ready for everything, because there are a lot of pressure in the embassy, a lot of pressure. Sometimes you will see people behaving as if they've already got their visas. Sometimes you go and people will be even teaching others. Oh, when you go, you say this, you say this, you say this. Those people will go and they wouldn't get the visa. So just relax.
Some would also like bring you down.
Yes.
They'll just tell you, I don't think you get
and
it.
You shouldn't develop any misconception. You should get away all misconceptions about visa officers, embassies. Most students in Ghana think that in Ghana embassy, when you go, you are not going to get a visa. It's not true. It's never true. Just know your God, prepare very well, and just be who you are. That is all. So thank you for being with us today. As you all know, my name is Richard. This is Richard Educational Consult, and thank you for being part of it. And please, if you have any comments, you can drop it on the comment section and I'm going to respond. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.